There was a competition for new comedy writers and performers at the BBC called the BBC New Comedy Award, and I don't know whether they still do it anymore. They might do, but I was attempting to write, and I was filming my own sort of sketches and writing stuff for myself and a little sort of collective of friends who went out and performed the sketches that we wrote, just sort of, you know, on a sort of guerrilla style, and then I sent in a really badly written sitcom to the BBC about the potato famine in Ireland. It's actually called The Good Blight. So wrong. But anyway, it was written with Dennis Kelly. I don't know if he'll like me telling you that, but you know, there was obviously something in it. Like, they thought, oh, it's not a complete load of crap. And so they invited us to submit stuff for this BBC New Comedy Award, and then Dennis and I sort of jointly won it. And then off the back of that, really, we just got an agent, and but also kind of met people, you know, made contacts in the industry and found ourselves writing sketches on a few different shows. And then, you know, if you keep doing it for long enough, you eventually, someone gives you a sitcom. All of them, yeah, all of them. I mean, you know, so many in different ways. Dennis Kelly is always going to be a big inspiration for me, and because he was the one who kind of taught me about, you know, the value in rewriting, and also the value in that everything is writing. You know, that if you have a day where nothing actually gets down on paper, it's not the end of the world. You know, the thoughts that you have that day, or the stuff that you see on TV, or the conversations you overheard, you know, it's all writing, really, at the end. And also not to be scared to throw stuff away, because it's never really thrown away, as long as, you know, you don't lose your computer. It's all there. It's not, you know, you have to not be afraid to, you know, to cut things out as you go, even if it's your most favourite scene in the world. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be used at some point along the line in a different sort of incarnation. Yeah. I've got so many writers I admire and who've inspired me that it would take too long to list, so that's the easy answer, is to say Dennis Kelly. Gosh, well, I think the biggest piece of advice you could give anyone is just to keep going. You know, you cannot be a sensitive little baby in this kind of game, because there's so many people who want to do it as a career, want to be writers or performers, and I think you just need to have, you know, you need to have a really strong head on your shoulders and accept that things get knocked back, and don't let it put you off. Because when Dennis Kelly and I first attempted to write for radio, you know, we wrote this thing that we thought was just brilliant, and sent it in, and basically it was sent back to us, and we were told we had to try harder. And I remember it feeling really hard at the time, you know, and just thinking, oh, but are we good enough? But you just, you know, you just have to get better. And I think that's the whole. That's a good piece of advice, actually. Get better. Keep doing it and improving. And if you're a writer, keep rewriting. And if you're an actor, keep acting, and just get better. And if you've got talent and you have ambition, and you work hard, and you have a good dose of luck as well, then it should work out okay.